In the following video, I will demonstrate a role play practice scenario with an avatar named Hannah. Hannah is a simulated customer, and my role is the customer service representative. This conversation utilizes Alelo's AI technology, and you will notice how responsive and interactive the conversation is. During the simulation, you will notice a running transcript of the conversation. You will also see that there is an Objectives tab for an easy reminder that provides a drop-down list of the objectives of the simulation. And because the focus is on having an effective role play conversation, in this demo, the avatar is represented by a still image, but Alelo can animate artwork as part of the scenario. Following the simulation, AI will generate feedback on how well I did and areas I need to improve. And the first screen that appears on the simulation is an instructions page, and the instruction sets the scene for the simulation. This tells us that you are a Veterans Credit Union customer service representative at your desk. A new prospective customer, Hannah, is arriving for her scheduled appointment. You have no prior information about her financial situation or goals. Your challenge is to go beyond a simple transaction and provide a truly consultative experience. And then there will be objectives that will be stated for the simulation, and those objectives are to be successful in this conversation, you will need to effectively use open-ended questions to discover Hannah's full financial picture and goals. Clearly explain the process for becoming a customer, including the initial savings account. Recommend the most appropriate product that align with her discovered needs. Accurately state all product details, including the correct dividend rate and balance tier for her situation, and then end the conversation by securing a clear commitment from Hannah to move forward. Hello, welcome to Veterans Credit Union. I am Beth. You must be Hannah. How can I help you today?
Hello, Beth. Yes, that's me, Hannah. It's really nice to meet you. Thank you for seeing me today. My partner and I are looking to open a savings account, and we thought a credit union might be a good fit for us.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Hannah, and I'm very happy to help you with that. So that I have a good understanding of your situation, may I ask you a few questions?
Of course, yes, please do. I want to make sure we make the best decision for our money. I'm happy to answer anything you need to know.
Okay, great. Have you ever banked with a credit union before?
No, I haven't. This would actually be my first time dealing with a credit union. We've always just used one of the big banks before. We heard good things about credit unions, especially for saving, so we thought we'd check it out.
Yes, there are some wonderful benefits, and I'll explain all about it as we go along. Tell me a little about your financial situation and what you are looking for today.
Well, my partner and I are just starting to really focus on our financial future. This is the first time we've had a significant amount of savings that we want to put somewhere specifically to grow, not just sit in our checking account. We want somewhere really safe for it, but we also want to make sure it earns something, so it's not just losing value over time. We're hoping to find an account that helps us do both.
Well, you are to be commended for making a responsible decision. What amount would you like to put into a savings account?
Thank you, Beth. That means a lot. We've been working hard towards this. We have about $22,000 that we'd like to deposit today.
Okay. And when you say you are planning for your future, what kind of long-term goals do you envision for your savings?
That's a good question. Our main goal right now is just to build up a secure foundation. We want to make sure this money is safe and accessible if we ever need it, but more importantly, that it grows steadily over time. We're thinking long-term security for our family, whatever that might look like down the road. We don't have a specific large purchase in mind just yet, but just knowing it's growing feels responsible.
Well, it sounds like earning interest would be important to you. And I have in mind something that I think you will like. Are there any other things that you are looking for in a savings account?
That sounds promising, Beth. Yes, earning interest is definitely important to us as long as the money is still safe. We're looking for something reliable, where we don't have to worry about the money diminishing. Perhaps something with easy access if an unexpected need arises, but primarily something that just kind of works for us in the background to grow our savings. Transparency is also important, understanding how it works and what the fees might be.
Based on what I'm hearing you tell me, Hannah, we have something that I think would be ideal for you. It's called the Growth Advantage Savings Account. It's a wonderful way to earn more on your savings. Would you like to hear more about the Growth Advantage Savings Account?
Okay, that sounds interesting, Beth. Growth sounds good. Can you tell me a bit more about the Growth Advantage savings account? Like, how does it work, and how is it different from a regular savings account? I want to make sure I understand what advantage it offers for someone like me who just wants their money to grow safely.
Yes, well, first, there are no fees. Secondly, you have easy access to your money if you need it. And most importantly, it is a very safe way to grow your money. And you told me, Hannah, that is your primary goal. So with your deposit of $22,000, you would earn interest at a very competitive rate of 4.5%. That should help you pay for some of those special things you are saving for in the future. How does that sound?
That sounds really good, Beth. 4.5% sounds like a very nice number. Could you help me understand what that 4.5% means for my $22,000 over, say, a year? Like, how much would that actually be in dollars? I just want to make sure I'm really understanding it clearly. And also, you mentioned interest, but earlier I read something online about dividends at credit unions. Is interest the same thing as a dividend in this case? I just want to make sure I'm using the right words.
Yes, I can explain for you. 4.5% is the interest that you earn on your money over a 1 year period, and that's known as the annual percentage yield or API. And that's how your savings will grow. So your deposit of $22,000 would yield $990 the first year, meaning that your $22,000 will have grown to $22,990, almost $23,000. And separate from a dividend is money that is actually paid out of the credit union's profits on a quarterly basis to people who become members of the credit union. So one can be affected by the other, but they're not related. They're two separate entities, the API and a dividend. So does that sound good?
Wow, Beth, thank you so much for breaking that down. That makes a lot more sense now. So, to recap, the 4.5% is how much my $22,000 would grow over a year, meaning it would be almost $23,000. That's really clear now. And thank you for explaining the difference between interest/APY and dividends. It's good to know they're separate but related in a way. That $990 figure for the first year really helps put it into perspective. It sounds like a great way to meet our goal of keeping the money safe and growing it. Is there anything else I should know about the Growth Advantage savings account before we move forward with opening it, or anything else I need to do on my end?
Well, would you like me to explain a little bit more about how being a member of a credit union works? I think that would be helpful for you to understand.
Yes, please, Beth. That would be really helpful. Since I'm new to credit unions, I'd love to understand what being a member entails. I want to make sure I understand everything properly before we proceed. Thank you for offering to explain.
Yes, of course. There's some really nice advantages to being a member of a credit union. And unlike a bank, it is not for profit and it's owned by its members. So you, Hannah, would be a part owner of the credit union. So the money is invested back into the credit union, which then gives you advantages such as lower fees, lower rates on loans, higher interest rates on savings accounts, not to mention personalized service. And we have a community focused approach. We have a two-step process to get started. Would you like me to explain how that process works?
Wow, that's a really clear explanation, Beth. Being a part owner and knowing the money is invested back into the credit union, leading to lower fees and better rates, makes a lot of sense. That sounds like a much more appealing structure than a traditional bank, especially the personalized service and community focus. It feels good to know my money would be part of something like that. Yes, please, I'd love to hear about the two-step process to get started. I'm ready to learn what's next.
Okay, well, it's actually very simple. First, one opens a regular savings account, which just requires a minimum of a $20 balance. And what that does is that makes you a member of Veterans Credit Union. Then, as a member, we can get you set up with the Growth Advantage savings account. Shall we go ahead and get this started for you today?
Yes, Beth, let's absolutely do that. You've explained everything so clearly, and it all makes so much sense. I feel really good about moving forward with this. Starting with the regular savings account to become a member, and then opening the Growth Advantage account for our $22,000 sounds like a perfect plan. Thank you so much for your patience and for making this so easy to understand.
Well, I'm glad we could help you understand, Hannah. And the very first step then is I just need to see your ID to get things started. So let's do that.
Of course, Beth. No problem at all. Here you go. I have my driver's license right here.
So when the simulation is finished, I have the option of continuing to keep talking further or to say, no, I'm done. So when I click on no, I'm done, feedback is going to be generated. And the first feedback that comes up is going to be an overall feedback, and then it will be broken down into how well did I meet the specific objectives. Okay, so the overall feedback is fantastic job, Beth. You successfully passed all the required tasks, demonstrating excellent product knowledge and a clear understanding of the process. Your conversational skills were exceptional, consistently applying the HEART framework to build rapport, understand Hannah's needs, and guide her through the process with empathy and clarity. You made Hannah feel valued and understood, ensuring she was confident and empowered in her decision. Keep up the excellent work. So that's the overall feedback. And then if I want more specifics, I click on See Full Assessment, and and then it gives me some feedback about the specific objectives. You can see the first one is serving with heart, and I scroll down, employ open-ended questions to discover the customer's financial goals, inform the new customer of the process of opening a savings account before any other product, recommend the correct product based on the deposit, and state the yield, and then secure a commitment. So it's giving me positive feedback about all of that, and it uses some specific quotations that I used in the conversation to um, to give me feedback. So when it's finished, I have the option of trying again. And so you can see how practicing this role play scenario would give your employees confidence in learning new skills.